Kenneth in Centerpoint, you're joining us this evening. We appreciate it. Go right ahead with your call.
Yes. Hey, how you doing today?
Hey,
We are
Kenneth.
well.
Yes, ma'am. In 2017, I was in a car accident in which the airbags was deployed, and I was burned on the right side of my hand. And even though I know we have a statute of limitations, at that time, would I still had a case from being burned by the airbags being deployed?
You're asking if you would still have a case today, Kenneth?
Well, I don't know, but I know, every case has a statute of limitations, but
right.
I was still trying to see at that time would I had a case of being burned by the
In
airbags being deployed.
2017, yes.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay. Cal?
Sure. So airbag cases are kind of unique in the fact that they take a lot of legwork and a lot of money to move forward. A lot of the legwork would include things like actually keeping the car, because you're going to need experts that are going to have to come in and really figure out, was there a failure for you with the burn? Was there something in the contaminants that were sealed with that airbag before it deployed that caused burns versus another airbag? Typically in an airbag case, unless you've got some really permanent, really severe injuries, you are not going to end up netting anything, even if you're successful in a lawsuit like that. So do you have an actual claim? It's hard to say one way or the other. Would it have been worth your time to pursue? I would say that probably wouldn't have been worth your time.
I'm curious though, is there a statute of limitations for air?
So yes,
Okay.
and that would be the 2 years.
Okay. I'm sorry, were you going to ask a question?
No.
Okay.
Just, Kenneth, thankfully you didn't have a case.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
Yes.
the cases that we see where we handle products cases usually involve paralysis, death, severe brain injury. It literally can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to bring one of these cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And that reminds me of medical malpractice cases. I know you say really, if someone is able to walk into your office, they most likely don't have a case.
Yeah, it's a harsh thing to say, but it's the truth in the medical malpractice cases, because they're, in terms of the expense and the experts and the time that go into them, they're extraordinarily expensive cases. And you can literally, if you have an injury and it is malpractice, a jury could return you a verdict. If it's not a terribly serious injury, they could return you a verdict for less than what you've spent bringing the case. It's a reality.
But so, is it that? Is it the same situation with all dangerous and defective products? Does it rise to that level of injury as well on dangerous and defective products also, most times?
So it kind of depends the way that the litigation is forming. And
Okay.
what I mean by that is, when I'm on the show a lot, I talk about pharmaceutical drugs and medical devices. And there's a procedural way that those cases get put together in a court called a multi-district litigation. And what that allows you to do is for everybody all the lawyers to kind of pull their resources together so that the burden on any one plaintiff isn't as high standalone case. Now certainly if I've got a standalone case against one manufacturer for one product, the cost is going to be an issue, and it is going to be something that we've really got to weigh, what is the severity of the injury.
So that brings me to a question. Class action lawsuits, when folks see commercials for those on different topics, do you join, do you not? Is it really worth it?
Well, I think it all kind of depends. What I would say is typically if you receive something in the mail, or now I think a lot of notifications are coming in via email, take a look at it.
Absolutely.
See what's actually required to fill out a claim form. Is there going to be a lot of documentation that's required? A lot of times it's as simple as filling out a claim form, maybe attaching something showing that you had a certain subscription or something like that would qualify you, and you send it off, and it's going to take a little bit of time for an administrator to go through it and get back to you, but it might be easy money for you.
Okay.
And you don't have a lot to lose.
Correct.
Okay. So it may be worth it just to even try. Wonderful. Wonderful.